Hi everyone. Welcome back to another Age of Civilizations 2 video. And since around a week ago, it was Adolfus Hitler's birthday, I guess why not throw out a video there of how to win as the Third Reich in Age of Civilizations 2. So anyways, we're gonna be doing this in the base options. Normal, this difficulty normal, game speed 100, aggressiveness 120, discovery, yeah. This is gonna be entirely dedicated to how to win 100% domination as Germany, up from the early game till the end game. So, anyways, right off the bat, you're gonna notice straight away that when you're an economically strong Germany, that's one of the many perks of fascism. So let's just adjust our budget here, just lower goods down a bit, for more budget. Research is not necessary unless you put it as your goal, but sure, let's have 1, 2, 3, 4%. Anyways, for technology points, you're definitely gonna need the population. And since Germany is gonna be focusing around war, I'm gonna recommend some military upkeep. Focus on these three. Now, immediately you have 12,000 per turn. Anyways, generally just how to win the game. Avoid being a peaceful nation. Just be Hitler. Just keep declaring wars. Well, on smaller countries, not like 3 world superpowers at the same time. In terms of diplomacy, I'd advise you to improve relations with the Soviet Union and maybe propose a non-aggression pact with them. See? Because do not go for the Soviet Union in the early game. I repeat, do not. Anyways, other than that, like when you reach turn 5 or 6, just begin laying down a few watchtowers on your borders with other countries. So you may scout them and see how much troops are stationed at your border. So getting a ton of insults. Go and take out Luxembourg first. That's not really much of a mandatory thing in the beginning. But I just do it for cheeky fun. They're not really much of a threat unless they join the Allies. But that's very unlikely. Anyways. Sorry, man. And now with that, I get to see all of the French and the Belgian troops on my border. I just mostly do Luxembourg so I may see and scout for enemies that are on my gates. So next I recommend you to take out Austria. Do a bit of Anschlussing. It shouldn't be too hard since you have the budget. Just wait a few rounds after you take out Luxembourg. And just assimilate Luxembourg into the Reich. After Austria, go for Switzerland so you may have a bigger border with the French. But remember also, improve relations with the French. Don't want them as enemies. Another thing to be concerned about is Poland. If your relations get tenser and tenser and tenser, and well, they keep refusing non-aggression pact requests, just watch out for your eastern border. That's my prime recommendation for you. Because this is gonna be a very short game if Poland gangs up on you and you're in a war with another place. Alright, so that's Switzerland taken. So next, I recommend you to go after Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, basically just the Baltic countries. And since I've been telling you who to go after, now I'm gonna tell you who not to go after. So this early in the game, just try and avoid Poland as much as you can. Just avoid them, please. They're gonna be a very big problem towards you in the later run of the game. If you're still at base strength of Germany, Then after the Baltic countries, maybe go for Hungary, since you're strong enough by then. So, who else to avoid? Avoid Belgium. Why? The Belgian Congo. You're gonna have to go down there and take it out, and if you take it out, well, the problem is when you go to France, that's a whole new front that you have to worry about. It's a headache. So this early in the game, I discourage you from going to Africa that early, because the extra fronts is just gonna give you a very, very, very big headache. Other than that, when you're very much stronger in the game, later on you may go for Africa, since you would have the money, the strength, and the manpower to do it. And for this one, I just scared Lithuania into joining me, sent them an ultimatum demanding all of their provinces. And you see, my army was still there. So I guess here, you would have another place to look for Poland to invade. Well, very much later in the game, when you're much more powerful than you are at this moment. Anyways, this is why I'm saying you need to have a very important non-aggression pact with the Soviets. Since you are gonna be controlling the Baltic territory, you're gonna have an immediate border with the Soviets. So that's just what I wish to point out to you guys right there. So this is what I meant when I said Poland was very dangerous. The good thing I was preparing troops here, because I was just planning to scare Latvia into joining me. Good thing I was prepared. So yeah, I'm up to go and fight the Poles. Let's see if they put up a fight. So yeah, this is why I recommend you to take the Baltic countries at around the bare months of 1937. Because, well, Poland will be going after you by that time if you don't get a non-aggression pact with them and you have tense relations. Other than that, if you do take the Baltic countries and Poland is still not going after you, well, go after them. That's what I'm recommending you in short. Up here we got the Winter War going on. It looks like Finland is still whooping Soviet butts. They even took St. Petersburg, or at the time called Leningrad. Other than that, it's quite peaceful. Italy haven't even taken Ethiopia yet. Just about to wrap things up here in Poland. We're about to be finished. And I guess this is where I get to annex them. But strangely enough, their puppet didn't go to war with me, so I guess that's a big oof for me. Apparently, I can't annex all of Poland. Well, I guess I'll just make it a short-lived truce, so I may annex them later. Anyways, just finish off the Baltic countries. But dang, I see Finland here is rocking up here. Anyways, other than that, go for the Baltic countries and Czechoslovakia. This is the moment in the game where Germany begins to climb and climb and climb. The greater territory, more people, more manpower, more of a stronger economy. Just keep taking over some other nations. Well, if countries just refuse your ultimatums for asking for their provinces, just demand their vassalizations first, and they'll really cove into your demands if it's for vassalization. And later, when your truce has concluded, you may annex them by sending another ultimatum. Yeah, I'm not joining this war, Italy. You're on your own. F off. Oh, F. Well, I guess since we're pretty much very powerful now, I guess we can take on the Allies. So yeah, a bit of an update. Looks like Britain didn't call France into the war, but since I was so scared, yes, I admit it, I made their colonies rebel against them. So yeah, I made a trade request with British Malaya and British Raj to go after their colonial master. Since, with all honesty, that's not like cheating the games. Because, well, come on. Do you think this state of Germany has a real chance against Britain? I bet not. So apart from that, countries declaring war on you is the only thing that's gonna hamper your efforts. Like, seriously, going to war with Anchuco, they're on the way on the other side of the world. In Venezuela, what? I don't really recommend you to fight these wars, like wars halfway across the world. I really wouldn't recommend you doing those. For Belgium, yeah, maybe go for them. It's up to you if you're gonna send an invasion force through the Belgian Congo to conquer it. But that is if Belgium declares war on your games. But anyways, since on my game Belgium declared war, I'm gonna go after them this early. But for tutorial terms, if you're gonna go after Belgium, it's after you annex the Baltic countries and the Nordic countries. So yeah, that's my recommendation for you. So yeah, just remember to finish up Poland though when the truce has concluded. This one for Latvia, demand the provinces. Oh wait, no. Demand annexation. And you'll see they're gonna be joining us there. So yeah, I guess people are randomly declaring wars on me now. That's a tip I should give to you, like have improved relations with your neighbors, because well, if you don't, everyone's gonna declare war on you. So please learn from my mistake. Learn from my mistake, guys, please. So you wouldn't end up in my situation. But then again, just like real life Hitler, you're at war with everyone on multiple fronts. So I guess hooray. So I just made peace with Belgium, just asked for war reparations, like, okay, just pay me and I'll forget everything that happened and we'll be friends again.
Ted, what the fuck, man?
Fuck you tripping off of?
You owe me some money, motherfucker!
Man, hell no, but here you go.
Well, that's pretty much just what you're gonna do upon most of the game, in the late game, I suppose. You're just gonna be sending ultimatums about demanding them to become your vassal, then 40 turns later you demand them to be annexed. So I even got Argentina and Brazil as my vassals. And like, I think 20 turns later I'm gonna get to annex them. The larger of a country you have, the bigger army you can get. Presume that you assimilate them, and eventually just eat up all of South America, Central America, Asia. Then just leave the big three or four, depends if you eat France immediately, because after eating half of Asia I plan on eating France. Then I'm just gonna leave Britain, then next the United States, and finally the Soviet Union. Those three are not guaranteed to accept your vassalization or annexation ultimatums because, well, yeah, they're kind of great powers as well. Anyways, you'll eventually win. I promise. Take it from me. I mean, poor France is the only other country in Western Europe, or mainland Western Europe, who's not under the Nazi rule. Anyways, I guess I'm just gonna end it there. Bye.